Good morning, Dubai. Happy Wednesday. I'm here with Sandra joining me for the day.
Good morning.
And we have got some great news for you. So let's start with our headlines for the day. Multiple airlines cancel Beirut routes amid ongoing tensions.
Dubai ruler approves of the expansion of Dubai Exhibition Center.
And as well, a Dubai-based Egyptian blogger shares her uplifting journey following battle with cancer.
And we've got an update. The media company responsible for a girl getting bullied on a show issued an apology.
And later on the show, you guys would not want to miss this because you really would want to see this. Living boldly. If I want it, I buy it. We are going to be meeting the gambler again. And it is 354 days since the genocide continued on October 7 in Gaza. The current death toll stands at 41,467. The number of injured people is 95,921, and 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
In today's rapid weather report, expect highs of 37 Celsius with humidity at 64% for today's weather in Dubai.
So we are so excited for the day. Tell us, guys, if you get Coldplay tickets for
There's videos
the
of that.
day.
We're excited to see it.
Of course. And by the way, we are, or we might. It might be a secret. We might go live off the office of everyone who is going to be trying to get their tickets. But let's jump to our first story. So multiple airlines cancel Beirut routes amid ongoing tensions. Now, due to the ongoing Israeli aggression, several flights to the Lebanese capital, Beirut, has been cancelled. Travelers are advised to stay informed as the situation continues to evolve.
The Emirates Airlines website currently indicates that all flights to Beirut have been cancelled until Thursday, September 26th.
And of course, in addition, Fly Dubai has also announced cancellations for today and tomorrow, affecting many passengers. If you have plans to travel to Beirut in the coming days, we recommend checking with your airline for the latest updates and possible rebooking options. Of course, we have spoken about in our page, Lovin Beirut, Lovin Dubai is all the time up to date with the most recent updates regarding the Beirut tensions and what is happening in Lebanon. But let's jump to our next story, of course. So now the Dubai ruler has confirmed the expansion of the Dubai Exhibition Center, and this is exciting because His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, has approved a 10 billion dirham. Now, this is a very, 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 very big number, of course. So the 10 billion dirham expansion is happening, of course, as he stated. We are committed to consolidating Dubai's status as a global leader in events and exhibition center and the top destination for mega events, which is very exciting. We have spoken about this on our page, and
I think the events, the number of the events is going to increase from 300 to 600, which is crazy. It's a huge increase.
100%.
It's literally double the numbers, so it's exciting. It's very exciting.
It really is. Of course, we have seen Dubai mark its territory as it evolves continuously, and it just like never really stops. So in light of that, you know, the 10 billion dirham expansion is not a small number. And His Highness, as well, in light of all of that, he said that, you know, it has hosted a big scale number of events from 300 to 600 events, which is really, I would say, big.
And it's efficient too, because if you guys know World Trade Center, it's always This area is always busy, so I feel like it's much needed, and we even posted about it on our feed. People are excited for it.
Yes, and as well now he aims to make the DEC the largest indoor events venue in the region by increasing the number of big-scale events hosted in Dubai, as we mentioned, from 300 to 600. And His Highness as well stated, we are committed to consolidating Dubai's status as a global leader in the events and exhibition sector and the top destination for mega events. Of course, there is no doubt that Dubai will continue to grow because
100%.
we have seen that happen continuously.
100%.
So now let's jump to our next story. So this is a sad story. A Dubai-based Egyptian blogger shares her uplifting journey for following battle with cancer. Now imagine turning 30 and receiving a life-altering diagnosis. And this is exactly what happened to Shayma Sabri, a Dubai-based Egyptian influencer. Now recently, Shayma opened up on Instagram about her journey with breast cancer, and the support she has received has truly been heartwarming.
Shaima, who was once terrified of needles, is currently facing her third round of chemotherapy. The journey has been incredibly challenging. She's lost her hair and she endured painful side effects.
As well, the diagnosis hit Shayma particularly hard, arriving on her 30th birthday, which really must be very devastating. Now, the day she had allegedly or anticipated, of course, in an instant moment, her life has changed. Plans, priorities, perspectives shifted dramatically, which is, by the way, I'd say very sad.
Yeah. Notable figures like Lebanese influencer Karen Wazin, Moroccan singer Basma Bousil, and Egyptian influencers Asala Kamel and Maze Vault have all shown their love and encouragement under her post.
Shayma is determined not to let cancer define her, but instead transform it into a catalyst for her personal growth. She often reminds herself, Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. Let me say one thing, is that I love how she had taken the hardship and turned it into something for her own benefit.
Yeah.
And so in light of all of that, she said one thing that I for sure love, is that she's not going to let cancer define her.
This story made me tear up, by the way. The full story is on her Instagram account, and like she posted all of the details. And the comments under the post, it's adorable. It's really nice of like the community showing her the support. And yeah, she also posted a video of herself getting her hair
taken off.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, like, what I love and what I want to focus on is the fact that she said she does not want to let cancer define her, because a lot of like people, when of course it's inevitable to feel that way when you are sick and when you are not feeling that well, to feel like, okay, now I am sick, and that just like consumes your brain. It consumes every thought in your head throughout the day.
Yeah.
But she said she's not gonna let it define her, and she's not going to give it that power.
We love that mindset.
That is something that I think we should all, every human being should go by. You know, you should not let an instance, anything that's negative define you and control you, because once it does, it for sure can be really devastating. It can control your life in ways that you cannot do your job, you cannot talk to your friends, your family, you cannot even do your day-to-day tasks. And we can see that, you know, like that's when depression comes in and a lot of, I would say, mental issues break in.
We're definitely wishing her a speedy recovery. She's a beautiful, strong woman, mashallah.
Yes, she is.
And we hope she gets well soon.
Well, now let's take a break with a fun fact for the day. Did you know that Lovin is based in 22 cities? That surprises me even. Now we have a team of local journalists around the region bringing you the best positive stories and bit sizes that you know. So of course you can get to know your region. You can find them on social and daily newsletters and podcasts, or even on our app. So find them wherever you get your news from. Let's jump to our next story.
The media company responsible for a girl getting bullied on a show issued an apology.
So an 11-year-old Emirati girl was being bullied. If you remember, we talked about that briefly on the show during the filming of a children's TV show, Al'ab Al-Nujum, which is Star Games. Now, it's a program on Mazaj channel. Now, subsequently, she was sent to the hospital, and the UAE Media Council launched a formal investigation.
Mazaj issued an apology that says, firstly, we apologize to the UAE community for the media content that we aired, which contained inappropriate phrases regarding our culture and national identity, as the ITP Media Group sincerely apologizes to the UAE community for airing inappropriate content related to the national identity. They affirmed their commitment to the UAE's values and success. Additionally, they extend their apologies to Mariam and her family, wishing her a swift recovery and assure that the psychological well-being of participants will remain a top priority as they monitor her health in collaboration with her family.
Now, Mazaj as well issued another apology that says, we want to clarify that bullying in any form is entirely unacceptable to our team and outside our institutional culture. We strive to create a positive space where young talents can express themselves in an atmosphere of kindness and respect. We take this incident very seriously and we are reviewing all aspects of our content to ensure its compliance with media content standards and the laws and regulations governing country's media sector. Of course, this is very, I would say, devastating because we have bullying is not acceptable, and the fact that this little girl did not understand it and it took her to the hospital, I would say it's very
Did
sad.
you see snippets of the show on TikTok?
I did. It was all over TikTok.
Yeah.
It's all over the news because, of course, it's at this point, it's not only about the show anymore. It's about the bullying that happened. It's about the reaction that the girl had gotten. And I had spoken to Casey about this, is that as a child, you cannot really differentiate between the level of, maybe to them it might not be something that big, but a child might take anything to heart.
Yeah, never underestimate like the power of words or whatever comes out of your mouth.
For sure.
Like, it's very sad to see the picture of the girl laying in the bed, like sick in the hospital, and we feel terrible that that happened to her. And yeah, don't bully, guys. It's not nice.
It's not even
and
that,
the
you
effect
know.
that it has on the other side.
100%, and that is one thing that I know for sure that she's never gonna forget. As a child, their minds are like sponges, and whatever is said to them, they grasp onto it very hardly. Which is why, by the way, we are gonna be having a psychologist on the show to further speak more. Hopefully, we're not gonna tell you when, but one day we will tell you. A sneak peek. We are going to have a psychologist on the show to maybe give us more of an insight about the effects of words and bullying towards kids. Because, as we said, kids, you know, they take things very differently. And it's not only kids, by the way, like, you know, even with people, even if they are adults, just make sure to choose your words wisely and
100%.
correctly. You know, sometimes you might say something, it might come in a tone of... you didn't mean to say it in that way.
Just be nice. It's easy to be nice.
I mean, if you have something nice to say, sure, go ahead, say it. If you don't have anything to say, just don't say it at all. Don't say it at all. Really, for sure, because you know what? We don't. I mean, the TV show for sure feels so bad after seeing the picture of the child in the hospital. It's heartbreaking, and we wish her speed recovery from this trauma that she had endured, for sure. And of course, we wish her and her family nothing but happiness and wellness. So you guys, we are gonna go on a break because after the show, if I want it, I buy it. The Gambler is back, so stay tuned after this short break. welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are welcoming back the gambler, the man who lives by the motto, if I want it, I'll buy it. From taking big risks in Dubai, the luxury market, to being a triple VIP guest at this weekend's IIFA with Bollywood's biggest stars. He's always making bold moves, whether he's winning or losing. He's never afraid to go all in. Well, welcome on the show again. Excited to have you here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. So the last time we spoke, you mentioned your motto, if I want it, I buy it. Now, how has that mindset influenced your latest investments since then?
Same as always. We've had a lot of big moves going on, whether it was in Dubai. I was back in Canada for 4 weeks. We had massive sales going on there in the construction industry. I actually sold out of all my equipment in a couple of weeks. We came back here, currently going to look at a massive listing actually right after here today.
Wow.
And that's kind of where we're headed with it right now.
I mean, for sure, if you want it,
you'll get it.
I'll buy it.
you get it.
You got
Buy
it.
it, for sure. So you've always been making, you've always been known for making bold moves. Now, has anything recently inspired you to take even a bigger risk, whether it's in business or your personal life?
I would say in the business side, after coming to Dubai, I realized that I can step my game up and go even bigger. And that's kind of why we're focused on hitting MENA and Middle East completely. And we're probably going to go double down now.
Excited. We can't wait to see all of that happen.
So we want to know, what's the most significant lesson you've learned so far? And is there anything that you would like to share that has influenced your approach in doing so?
The biggest lesson I've learned probably so far is sticking with your gut.
Oh, that's a good one.
With certain deals, there's been times where I haven't gone with my gut and they haven't worked out. The ones that I always go with my gut are the ones that always turn out. So whatever it is, if you have that intuition and your heart's in it, stick to it because it'll pay off.
Damn.
I mean, we should, because I often hear investors do go they do stick to their intuition, and when they don't, it kind of goes wrong. Was there a time where you did not stick to your intuition and then you were like, oh yeah, I knew that, I was right, I shouldn't have done it?
There was honestly, there's been a lot of times, anybody that becomes great makes mistakes. I'm human. I've made my own mistakes too, of course. But one that I could think of for sure was I had a person that was reaching out to me in something that I never dealt with, and I always like to take risks. It just didn't feel right to me the whole time, but I still did it, and it didn't work out. It was a big loss, and I learned from it, and ever since then, I just only go with my gut feeling.
That's very interesting. Well, we know that you are a VIP guest at the IIFA Awards, and it's going to be is this your first time attending the event?
Oh. Yeah.
That is interesting. So what excites you the most about being a triple VIP times 3 guests at the event this weekend? Yeah,
I'm going to be surrounded by the most famous people in the world, and I think, just getting that special invitation from them, everybody needs something, whether they want to sell it or they want to buy it, and having these extraordinary people reach out to me and send me this VIP ticket, I'm humbled. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see who I'm going to meet, and I can only imagine who's going to be there.
Who are you excited to meet?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, of course. Who is not?
Everyone is excited to see him.
The king.
Of course, the king. Yeah.
Do you have in mind? You're gonna go and you are an investor. You are the gambler, of course. Do you have in mind if you're gonna go meet? Do you want to meet some business people?
Always.
Is that how you go? When you are going to events and meeting people, does business go through your mind?
It's through my mind 24/7.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if your net worth is your network.
Your net worth is your network.
Nice.
That is a great advice. What does it mean? Your network is your net worth?
The bigger your network becomes, the more powerful you become, the more money you're going to make. The stronger people you're around, the bigger deals you're going to get done.
So do you believe in the saying, you are who you surround yourself with?
OQP, only quality people.
OQP, I mean that.
Wow.
I might have that as an Instagram caption. It's actually very nice.
Make sure to tag me.
Okay, I will be inspired by the gambler. Because for sure, I do believe in that as well.
100%.
But do you have you surrounded yourself with people that think likewise, like you?
Definitely. You know, as your vision gets bigger, it gets narrower, and the people beside you, it gets lesser. It's just the way it is. You know, if you want to be big in whatever you're doing in life, you need to surround yourself with those certain people, and there's only a select few, right? So you need to surround yourself by those select few, because if you don't, you know, it kind of almost, you could say, it could become a cancer. You know, you need to be around the right people with the same vision to get you where you want to go.
If you can go back in time, actually, before that question, I want to ask, have you always had like that business mindset mentality ever since, like, I don't know, like you became a teenager?
I've been buying and selling since I was probably 5 years old.
Oh my God.
What were you doing when you were 5 years old?
Barbies? Yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, the fact that you have had that mentality for so long, do you think that it is a mentality that can be adapted or is it adopted?
A little bit of both, you know. A lot of people in success have their own stories, right? Whether it's built on losses, trauma, sacrifice, whatever it may be, right? For me, it was kind of just, when I grew up, I was always different. I always wanted different things. I didn't necessarily fit in. But as I got older, I realized it was my superpower. And then I just turned it into a beast that, per se, that couldn't be stopped. And then that's kind of how the gambler became, per se.
But I want to ask, the name Gambler, and I know you've been on the show before, but I want to hear it from you. Why did you choose the name Gambler, the Gambler?
Being in business, for anybody, it's a gamble. You have to start with your own money. You have to take risks every day. You have to have employees. You have to have overhead. You have to have everything. So for me, the Gambler just kind of hit home to me because everything I bought was always on my intuition. But when I first started out, I didn't realize, you know, my intuition was as strong as it was, and it was going to lead me to where it would go. And I was like, it's a gamble. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to see what would happen, right? And so now it's more of I make a gamble with my intuition.
That is very deep. That is very deep. So how does it feel like? Let's get back to the event, because I think I've asked my own personal event, you know, since my own personal questions. So how does it feel to be personally invited to such a big event with major stars, as you said, like you're excited to meet Shah Rukh Khan?
And can you give us a sneak peek of what should we expect? Because we're all excited for it.
To be honest, I'm still learning it. You know, my Indian friends back at home know more than I do, and they're all going crazy for me, telling me about it all. But they're telling me it's going to be the most craziest event I've ever been to. I'm so excited. I truly don't know everything that's in store for me. All I've been told, you know, is when you come, be ready, because you're going to be around the biggest and the baddest. And from what I hear, they already have some ideas they want to throw my way.
Exciting.
That is actually very interesting. So I want to ask about the green card.
The carpet?
Yeah, the green carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it?
So, I don't know, you tell us.
Yeah.
You can share some information, the Gambler.
So as far as I know with the green carpet, you know, it's where all the famous people are going to be walking down, and I'll be going down with them. And then we'll be going to a VIP section as well, where it's only about 20, 30 people to select. And we'll be behind the scenes where there's no cameras, and it's all the select few that are back there.
So it's fancier than the red carpet.
Correct. Absolutely.
We love that.
And I'll be making sure to post on my socials so people can have a sneak peek for sure.
Can you like send us like, you know, some sneak peeks that are private?
Of course.
We'll never be there, so we just need to know how it feels
absolutely.
to be there.
VIP for you guys, no problem.
Why not? Just like send it.
Yeah.
Just like send it, and we'll be like, we wouldn't tell on you. It's
right.
okay. It's okay. It can be a secret. So
we're not live or nothing.
I mean, of course, but of course now we want to talk about Dubai. So Dubai and Bollywood, since you're going to be going to the event, but what parallels do you see between Dubai's fast-paced growth and the glitz of Bollywood?
Starting off like the business side, the money with Dubai and Bollywood is endless. The opportunities with them, absolutely endless. It just keeps coming in. They just keep coming to my DMs. It just keeps coming to my emails. Through both ways. Ever since I came to Dubai and we first announced what we were doing here, it's been crazy. The construction side has been absolutely mental. So that's kind of where I would say they align mostly is like the potential and the opportunities of just meeting the most powerful people in the world.
That is interesting, but like if you want to look at Dubai now and Bollywood, you know, like we know Bollywood is amazing, and we know Dubai keeps on growing and growing and growing. So if someone would come and give you a choice of like, hey, we have two properties, one in Bollywood and one in Dubai, but you get to choose only one, what would you choose?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that would go into play with that for
Okay.
sure, right? But
Well, with all ears, it's fine.
starting out, I would shoot with Dubai.
Oh. So this
Why
is
though? Why not
Yeah.
Bollywood?
Dubai's real estate. We're talking about real estate
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
okay.
It's number one.
Booming. It's always booming.
There's no risk.
Yeah,
It's Dubai.
it's about
It's Dubai. And if they would tell you, okay, fine, you know what? Where would you want to invest in Dubai? Like, what is the area right now to invest in Dubai?
Ooh, these are
the
good ones.
palm.
The Palm. I also do like the hills as well. But if I was going to say for number one, I would say the Palm.
Yeah, I feel like everyone would say that answer. You can
You
never
know?
go wrong with the palm. The views. That's
Some of the most
views is-
influential people in the world live there.
Like who?
Ambanis, they're on the Palm.
Okay.
There's a few other ones that we talked about, but I can't mention. But there's a lot of very.
Give us hints. Hints. Tiny hints.
I can't. That's
You
what
can't?
that's what NDAs are for. I
Oh
sign
my
them for
God,
all my
yeah.
clients, and I can't do it.
Well, okay. So I have a question for the future. But before the future, I want to ask you, you said that you started investing at the age of 5. So what was your first investment at the age of 5?
It was small.
What was it?
Pair of shoes.
That's
Okay, that's what counts.
cute. That's
Yeah.
actually very smart because
Yeah.
like at 5, you wouldn't think of like you want to be an investor and you,
Yeah.
right?
It was everything, like just the randomest stuff. Like my mom, she's probably watching this right now, and there's a story that she tells everybody till this day. When I was younger, I after I started, selling a pair of shoes, I saved up all this money. I had rolls of quarters and loonies and toonies, and it's Canadian money. And I'm walking down the street. I was maybe 7 or 8 years old, and I heard somebody was selling an electric guitar. I didn't know how to play. I just wanted to sell it. And I went down with like $300, and I'm walking back from my little wagon by myself down the street. And the next day, I sold to somebody else for $700. And I was only like 7 years old, and
Oh
then
my God.
from then, I just became a sickness, and I got addicted to it.
So that's like your casual.
Yeah.
You're casual.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. But regarding the future, now that we have mentioned the past and we know what was your first investment as a 5-year-old, what are you eyeing next? And are any future industries or markets that you are maybe having like your attention at?
A big one that we're heading for right now is the construction this way, but I'm also getting into private aviation as well.
Tell us more.
We'll be buying, selling, renting. We'll also be doing charters to own as well, and private
Okay.
equity too. So if someone needs to buy a plane and they necessarily don't have the cash, we lend.
Nice.
That is actually very interesting. Well, if someone is here and they want to be an investor like you, maybe not as big as you, but want to start to become an investor like, to become like you, what is one advice you would give them?
Like when we started this conversation, your gut.
Your intuition.
You have to. You got to follow that. The most successful people in the world, when they separate it from a lot of people go methodically and off the business plan, but the people that follow, it's going to change someone's life. You make those kind of investments, those are the ones that always pay you back.
That is interesting.
Let's keep that in mind then.
We are definitely going to keep that in mind since I have been mentioning it all over and over again that I would want to invest, but I'm still like, I don't know if I should. But maybe you are motivating me, but I wouldn't be the gambler. But
Maybe you will.
I mean, you never know.
You never know.
Hey.
You never know.
Is it much of a gamble if you're taking it on yourself?
For sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us all of those amazing insights. And thank you, Sandra, for being here
for
with me
having me.
on the show. And this brings us to the end of the show. Stay tuned tomorrow for the same time, same place. All right. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
Thank
That
you
was
for having me.
amazing.